Have you heard of the fantastic new golf shoes, which actually will help your game? SQAIRZ will help you improve your balance, stability, and give you more distance.
You want to work on your golf swing authentically? Do it from ground upwards. Change your shoes, change your game.
I did, and I gained 7 yards. These shoes are designed with the latest performance technology, and in testing, they're proven to help add distance. Just go to GetSQAIRZ.com to find out more. SQAIRZ, the distance golf shoe.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Amazon devices. Big John Quick along with the Golf Father, Bill Cuevas, and this segment is sponsored by The Distance Shoe. SQAIRZ shoes. Proof, not promise. You want that ground force to create more distance for you off the tee. SQAIRZ shoes is the product that you need and the footwear that you need on the golf course. Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas, Big John Quick, kicking off hour number 2. And just before on the radio side, you heard Colt Ford, and we're about to crank it up, baby, here on Big's Golf Talk and BGT-TV. And the debut of BGT-TV is this Tuesday, February 9th. So you want to make sure that you subscribe with us on YouTube, Bill the Golf Father Cuevas. And boy, oh boy, when you have a marquee name like Colt Ford on the show, that, my friend, is kicking it off big.
It's like a dream come true. And you know I don't have many dreams. I've been trying to talk to Colt for like years, following each other on Twitter, on everything. Instagram, following him with Kyle Lugosi, the one-eye golfer from when he was a kid. I mean, it's been years in the making, man. I'm so glad that we finally got to connect.
Well, if you don't know who Colt Ford is, you really need to wake up and come out from underneath that rock. But I will tell you a little bit about Colt Ford. He was born and raised in Athens, Georgia, and he was a professional golfer playing on the nationwide tour. Later turned his interest into music, taking influence from country music and hip hop and combining it together. And that is what he got Colt Ford. He released his debut album, Ride Through the Country, on December the 2nd, 2008 through Average Joe's Entertainment, which he actually co-founded. This album included singles like No Trash in My Trailer, a cover of Mike Deckel's song, and Ride Through the Country, a duet with John Michael Montgomery, the latter of which did not chart until the week of October 10th, 2009, my son's birthday, when it debuted at number 57 on the Hot Country charts. And joining us here on Big's Golf Talk is the one and only Colt Ford. Colt, welcome into Big's
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Quite an intro. Clearly, we realize that Bill doesn't know a lot of famous people, so he got me. So he doesn't.
If you don't know
very many people,
Sir, I know a lot of famous people. I golf with a lot of famous people, but you have, for some reason, we haven't crossed paths, and I've been dying to meet you, man. You know what I mean? It was a blessing when I first met you. I would say probably like 7-8 years ago when I saw you following Kyle Lugosi, the one-eye golfer, a young kid, left-handed. I still follow him and his family. We're friends on Facebook. Now he's graduated from high school. It's an amazing story. But when I saw you reaching out to him, I became an instant fan. And we just, unfortunately, our paths haven't crossed until today. So it's perfect.
Well, I'm glad they did.
Absolutely. I'm texting with Colt Ford. Shh, leave me alone. I need to concentrate. So
Oh, it
it's
ain't that big
definitely
a deal. Believe me, there'll be all kinds of grammatical errors and terrible, weird things that I'll say. So it's no big deal.
it's
One
perfect.
of the things we want to make sure we point out, Bill the Godfather Cuevas, is Colt Ford was the only music artist to place in the top 10 at 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
At the
And you know who was number 9?
Diamond Resorts Tournament of Champions presented by IOA, and Colt Ford actually beat out
Yes.
LPGA Hall of Famer Annika Sorenstam. Colt, let me ask you,
Yay.
placing number 8 in that tournament, God, that had to bring back good old days from when you played on the nationwide tour. It must have felt good out there.
It did. It felt great to be out there. And honestly, those guys and girls had never seen me play anywhere near what my ability is, because I work all the time. So I'm playing shows, and I generally come into that event or every, the Tahoe event or AT&T. I'm normally I get there a couple days before the event starts and try to figure it out. And you guys know that's hard to do, to play at a high level. And there's so many of those athletes that are so good. Some of my buddies that still play on tour are like, why don't you win? I'm like, well, Mark Mulder and Marty Fisher are about a foot taller than me. They're about 15 years younger than me, and they're worth $100 million. They play golf every day. I mean, it's hard to, and then you brought in some new guys. Josh Scobie played this year. He's a great player.
Yeah.
And Aaron Hicks, if he ever figures it out, oh my God, center fielder for the New York Yankees.
Yep.
He cruises around and plays at about 125, 130 miles an hour as his normal playing speed. I mean,
wow.
It is. He's hitting it 100 plus by me out there. It's unreal. He's in the top 5 on the PGA Tour right now.
That's incredible. They're ringers. We can't count them. You came in
They
8th
are.
place.
Yeah.
They're ringers. You know what I mean?
If it was a music tournament, I won. Oh Lord.
You would absolutely win. It's okay. It's fine. We can see that beautiful face from here now. Perfect. Came in.
Me and technology ain't a great thing.
And that's fine. We noticed that beautiful hat he has up there.
Guitar, that's butter, baby.
Oh yeah.
That's all,
you should see our friends. They're like, Colt Ford, you can have him on the show. He's going to be on the show. You have a lot of fans. You have a lot of fans out there. So I've been running around like a little schoolgirl. Colt Ford's going to be on the show. He's going to open the show for us. Yay!
I'm
a little starstruck.
I'm very happy, because this is the beginning of BGT-TV. We've been on air for 16 years, radio side, because of these faces for radio that we have. So
handsome man.
Thank you, sir. But we figure we're gonna try, to dabble on the TV side, and we figure why not Colt Ford started off, man. You're the first face they're gonna see.
You're talking about face for TV. My God.
That SQAIRZ hat.
That SQAIRZ hat makes you sexy, sir.
That's a great segue into great segue into what we're going to talk about as well. And you have actually you're now an ambassador with and sponsored by SQAIRZ shoes. You've also come out with your very own SQAIRZ shoes, the Colt Ford series. You want to tell us a little bit about that shoe?
Yeah, I met Bob actually through. I sent him a message on Instagram. I have no arch in my foot whatsoever. I could do a fans only page for my feet, I think, but they told me I wouldn't make any money. But anyway, because I'm not a hot girl, but I have zero arch in my foot. I've always struggled with my feet, and shoes begin to get softer and more flexible, and I get it, lighter, and that's great. But for me, it started being a real problem. Like I'd go to play these events where we have to walk, and I would just be dying. By the time I got done. And so I sent Bob a message, I think on Instagram, and he sent me a message back. It's like, man, let's try a pair. He sent them to me, and I'm like, wow. And it's just the relationship grown from there. And it's quite honestly the best golf shoe I've ever put on my foot. And believe me, I've put them all on there. And I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to, I only know a few things in life, golf and music and food. I'm good at all 3 of those things. Hamburger helper, things like that. Those are things that I'm good at. So golf and golf shoes is something I really know about. And it's been an unbelievable journey. He let me create these 2 new designs, the Country Soul and the American Soul, which a lot of the money is going to go to charity. They're very unique, cool shoes, very patriotic, very American. And quite honestly, right now, we could use some good support for America, and let's get back to being a happy, healthy country again, you know?
Amen. Absolutely agree. These are the shoes, folks, that he's talking about. His are outside. Mine are
Yes, in a
inside.
truck, cold.
Yeah. And yeah. Mine are nice and toasty here in Florida, as you can see with SQAIRZ. His are going to look a lot nicer than mine. I like the new bottoms that you have, that you
Oh,
can
yeah.
see the USA on there. So
Yeah.
yours is Colt special. We're not
colorful.
yet. He's colorful and stuff, but we are getting those shoes, Biggs.
Yeah.
They're coming. But I mean, we saw and met Robert last year at the PGA show, and
Right.
me and Big saw him at demo day, and we instantly, I mean, we saw the shoes, looked at the shoes, tried the shoes, and we were both we knew exactly what it was about, and we told him, you know, you are going to be huge. And he's like, yeah, you really think so? Yes. And we went back the next day, we did a video, we did everything with him. We like, he was our top pick at the PGA show last year. You are going to be huge. And watching them grow and be part of that process has been amazing. It has just been a true blessing.
Too, the technology behind the shoes and what they've done with it is, I know there's some people that kind of dismiss it or whatever, but I mean, those aren't people. Anybody dismissing it doesn't understand golf, doesn't understand teaching, technology, and what's going on with ground force and things that we couldn't really measure before when I was younger coming up, and when I was a teaching pro working with several tour players. I didn't know exactly what it was. That's just what we did. So, but there was no way to measure it. And now, with what you have with this shoe, to be able to pick up the stability is truly allows you to pick up anywhere from 1 to 4 miles an hour on speed, and that is a big. You might think 2 or 3 miles an hour is not a big deal. Well, 2 or 3 miles an hour allows you to cover that bunker, which allows you to hit that downslope, which allows that tee shot now to go 50 yards further. You reach that par 5. That is a big deal.
It's a huge deal, and that's what we figured out. I mean, we saw it instantly when Biggs was swinging, the way that it he was able to turn and he was able to maintain his balance. He wasn't jumping out, stepping out.
Yeah, the stability behind it is unbelievable, and that is such an important thing. I'm also excited about where we're going with the girls, with the women's shoes, because nobody has ever. They've always just take Bob was surprised. I'm smarter than I look. I said, they just take the men's last and shrink it down. He's like, how do you know that? I'm like, I'm not only just really, really good looking, I'm also smart. But no, they've only just taken the women's shoe of a men's last and just scaled it down and put a pink on it and went, here you go, women. And that's not what we got to do for women. I mean, they're their own entity within the game. And, after playing a couple weeks ago with the LPGA, I mean, I'm just trying here to tell you, these girls are freaking unbelievable how good they are. I mean, like, they're so good. So now they got a shoe designed specifically for women coming into play that's going to be very unique and very cool. And Bob has trusted me. I'm friends with quite a few girls on the LPGA tour. So I was out there doing a little networking and hustling, which is something that I like. I love to do, be a part of. And I think for long, we're going to have one of the top girls out there wearing SQAIRZ. And I mean, it's only going to grow bigger. It really is. It's just such a great product. I wouldn't endorse it if it wasn't.
No, and that's why a lot of people don't understand. The people that would criticize it are the ones that haven't tried it, or they're like, "Oh, it's too much." They'll go spend $600 on a putter without paying for a lesson, without anything else, without getting fit for it. But they'll buy it because that $600 that they didn't get fit for will work. But meanwhile, if you spent a couple of dollars, got fit, or actually tried something before you invested in yourself, I mean, the shoes speak for themselves. All you got to do is give them a try them out. Money back guarantee. You can't even beat that.
There's nobody that go ahead. I'm sorry, Biggs. Go ahead.
What I fear is the fact that if SQAIRZ was around when he played on the nationwide tour, we may not have had the country music star Colt Ford. Instead, we would have been maybe looking at a Masters champion, Colt Ford.
Well,
this is true.
I'd take either one of them. I don't know. Golf has been very good to me. I certainly have had some success. I've won multiple times as a professional around the country, around the world, and that's really cool. And then I got away from it a little bit when I was trying to focus on music, and I went several years without playing very much just because I was so busy trying to do music. And then I just couldn't, the game is just part of my life. I got to start playing again, then I got to start practicing a little bit, and I was lucky enough for Steve John to give me an invite in the AT&T in Pebble Beach, although we're not getting to do it this year. I mean, I started getting some of those events, then I really started having fun playing golf again. Because when you played at a high level, and also I'd gotten, I became famous as a fat guy, and I mean, all of a sudden I'm weighing 325. Hey, no,
You
no
go.
offense, Biggs. See, you got it. You're going, baby.
There you go. He's there.
I couldn't do what I wanted to do with my golf swing because I had something in the way, and so I'm still trying to do what I instinctively did as a professional. And it's like, yeah, my body's not doing that right now. So that's
All right.
I've lost a bunch of weight, been able to play good again. I got to play in a couple of Champions events last year, which was really cool. I got a couple sponsors exemptions, and golf is it's a great game that you can play forever at all different levels, high country club. And I still like going out to play the Muni that's $20 and you get a free hot dog and you can play all day long too. It's great. I mean, that's what's great about the game. It transcends a lot of things, politics and all that kind of stuff, and allows people of all different levels to play together. And I mean, what other sport does that? I mean, I can't go play one-on-one with LeBron James and be very fun. I mean, so although I can handle the rock pretty good, don't get me twisted, but with golf, you can go out with tour players, which I play with. I'm lucky to know a lot of them. I play with them all the time, and so it's fun that you can compete at all different levels and still have a great time with this game.
We're actually heading to your hometown, Biggs, where he lives and for the United States Golf Challenge Championship, which whoever wins there will be going to Ireland in 2022.
Oh, wow.
And Team USA, and which is also sponsored by SQAIRZ Golf Shoes, United States Golf Challenge. So
where's that at?
It's going to be in Tennessee. We belong to a group out there in his grip. Scott Lehman, some of the football players from Tennessee are part of our in his grip faith group. There's football players, baseball players, country singers from Tennessee, all part of in his grip.
I don't know nothing about that. I need to get invited to that.
Well, sir, we need you. We'll definitely introduce you to. He's been a true blessing to us. We met him several years ago at the PGA show. We clicked up. They were just at Pebble Beach. They did a thing in Pebble Beach. What's the next one they got? They got Pebble Beach and Pinehurst. That they do. Awesome. So we'll definitely make the connection. Oh, and they also do Tennessee got the new Top Golf, and every year in April, so it should be coming up. They have a big shenanigan over there with country singers, baseball players.
Oh yeah, because they have you can actually play concerts at the one there.
Yes. So we got to make that connection ASAP. I think it'll be good for both of you, and else, because I actually want to play with you one day. I'm a scratch golfer. I don't know about you, but I scratch my head after every shot.
I myself quite a bit. Yeah.
Me too. So we'll get along. Just Biggs, he doesn't even scratch. He's just like, that's normal. I'm gonna have fun. So but we definitely got to get together. I'm gonna make the connection. Definitely.
I hear Billy say, "Fat guy on the golf course, fat guy on the golf."
Why would he do that, Billy?
I would never do that. Do I look like a guy that would do? I would never do that. I'm really encouraging of him and say, "Great shot, buddy. You go for the next one." But you know what? Something you said about walking with your feet. We're blessed that we get to go to different fam trips and different resorts around the country and do live shows from there and golf and stuff. And when I did Bandon Dunes, I couldn't do the 36 holes wearing the same shoes. It was killing my feet. So when I started wearing SQAIRZ, my first test was 18, take them off, put on another pair. And after the third or fourth round into the second round, I took off those shoes, put on SQAIRZ, and haven't switched golf shoes since then. They're the only ones that I wear.
It's amazing. I literally I take them right out of the box, put them on my feet, and go play. I mean, like I took the Country Soul version. We just got them. I literally had the first pair. And I put them on my feet Saturday and just went. I meant right out of the box. They were like, "You gonna wear it?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." Literally put them on. Yep. Let's go. Giddy up, right out of the box. And that's what's amazing is to be able to put a shoe. I mean, for me with having foot problems, but then to be able to put it on and not have to break it in and do all that kind of stuff. It's just awesome. Put it on and go right to the course.
It is, really is. Biggs?
One of the things that we want to bring up too is Colt Ford's music. Colt,
yes.
People could find your music on Amazon and everything else. They just got finished hearing "Crank It Up" by you.
We bought it. We bought it, Colt. Just want you to know, we bought.
I appreciate that.
We bought it, bro. You're like,
we
need some Colt music.
In royalties when it comes.
I don't know how much royalties they give you, but you're gonna get a check.
Every little bit helps, guys. I'm telling you,
absolutely.
Last year.
But here on at Native Family Radio, Radio, they can request any Colt Ford song out there, and the DJ that's on the air will be more than happy to play it for you. I know Native Family Radio is big Colt Ford fans that listen to the radio there.
All I can get.
I hear you, brother.
Biggs, I know time is short, so I'm going to be real quick. All right. Mr. Colt Ford is joining us and SQAIRZ, and we're going to be giving away a pair of SQAIRZ, and they should be signed by Mr. Colt Ford when we get to, I know we're going to give away a pair of 250, which nobody else knows about, but maybe we'll do like 500. When we get 500 subscribers, we're going to give a pair of Colt signed SQAIRZ golf shoes. I wouldn't use them. I want a signed pair, so I'm going to enter. So you get in there. 500, everybody in there.
Bill, let me cut you off there. The rules to that contest is no family members of staff or staff members may enter to win that contest. And you can't resign because you're under contract.
I understand. But me and Colt are like brothers now.
I mean, we thick as thieves. We go way back like a rocket chair. I'll sign.
I'm going to get me a pair, Big. I'm going to get me
a check for $500. I'll sign you a pair, no problem. Oh, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Times are tough right now, Bill. I ain't playing no shit.
We know, sir. We know times are tough. We feeling the crunch.
Colt Ford,
I'd be happy to. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I want to thank you so much for joining us here on Biggs Golf Talk, and appreciate you taking time out to talk with us. But how can people follow you, and how can people find your music, my brother?
I'm out there everywhere that music's sold. I mean, I'm there. I'm in all the social media platforms, although they've been a little crazy here lately. I've been kind of laying low from that. I just want to get back to playing music. I got to play a show this past Friday, which was amazing. I hadn't played one in so long to be out there in front of a crowd down in Sanford, Florida. And I'm just ready to get back to playing some music, get back on the road, seeing the fans, people, and saying hello to them, and get this country back, in a positive direction. I mean, it's kind of simple. I'm a common sense guy. I ain't too smart, but I mean, just find common ground with your fellow human being. I don't care what color you are. I mean, all that's crazy, man. We all want the same thing. Good stuff for our family and our kids. We're not that different.
I agree. So there you go. Follow him and get his music.
Go forward. Find him.
Last question before I let you go. I know we're over on time. And I got the producer in my headphones saying, you got to go to break. I go to break. But
tell him to shut up.
I need to find out.
I said. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. All right. Last thing we want to know, what's in the future for Colt Ford? Can we expect any new things from Colt Ford?
I got new music, a new album almost finished, about to be coming out really soon. It's one of the most coolest things I've done. It's a lot more of just completely me by myself, a lot more singing. I'm gonna just keep making music, playing golf, rearing my SQAIRZ. I got to figure out a way to get Bob to get me some SQAIRZ golf boots so I can wear them on stage. And then I'll really be cooking, baby.
Oh yeah,
there you
He's
go.
Gonna make it happen. You watch.
Colt, thank you so much, and God bless, brother.
Thank you guys so much for supporting me, but more importantly for supporting the game of golf. And y'all get you some SQAIRZ golf shoes. You want to play better. I'm telling you. Take care, guys. God bless.
God bless.
SQAIRZ.com is the website. You guys see it up on the screen there, so make sure you get it done and get it over with. So, Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas, I gotta tell you, brother, Colt Ford is a stand-up dude, my friend.
That's the way you start BGT-TV, bro. Period. I know he said that we don't know a lot of stars, but that man is a big star in my heart right here, man. So, and I don't even have a heart half the time, so we're good.
that was a great interview. It really was. So blessed to have him on the debut BGT TV show. So,
and the thing is, we're going out big, and we're just going to keep growing, man. We got some things in the works that nobody knows about, and there's more coming, man.
All right, more Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right after this.